Hello everyone and welcome to What Game Next. My name is Ryan and this is my channel. Oh, hold on one sec. I'm getting an echo. Okay, I think that fixes it. Okay. So, welcome to my channel. This is my first of two spoilers for Set 7. I have one today and I have one in a couple weeks. I think on the 26th, something like that. The second one is one that I wanted to spoil just because I'm excited about the contender that it's for. This one, um, yeah, I have two spoilers. But today is only one, and this one is a big one. It's one of the five unrivaled cards in the set, so I'm excited about that. So yeah, I'll just start talking about it here. So well, I guess I should first let me just recap real quick. So, Set 7 Ancient Alphas releases the week of February the 23rd. The booster boxes, it's the second draftable booster set. There's 32 booster packs in every box, and every pack contains 16 cards. There's over 200 cards in the set. It's the biggest set to date, which is exciting. Um, they're pushing hard with the Champion Store program, trying to get more stores on board, trying to get more people into the game, and I think it shows by the stuff that they're doing. We have the official, I don't know if you'd call this the second or the third comic Kickstarter, but that one is coming up here in a couple weeks. This is the new Mark Waid comic series that takes place 5 years in the future from the original novel, and features a whole bunch of new characters and stuff, which is super cool. That Kickstarter is coming up fast, and it's going to be a cool one. There's going to be some exclusive stuff for the game associated with the Kickstarter, so you should be sure to check that out. In addition, anyone who pre-orders Set 7 through Team Covenant gets one exclusive promo card per box ordered. This has been the standard so far, I think basically since the beginning, so that shouldn't be anything new. And for Organized Play, Rivalry Kit 6 will come out coinciding with Set 7. So there'll be a lot of new promo cards, and that will be great as well. So, on to my spoiler. So, my spoiler is a card for Windhoof. This is not the spoiler. This is the contender that is in Set 7, Windhoof, that has already been spoiled. I wanted to show a little bit first about like some of the cards that will go along with the one that I'm spoiling, and kind of the rationale behind that. So he is a destroyer. That's a little symbol in the top right there of the card next to the word contender. He has 25 health, and he cares about fighting. So his awakened ability at 15, trigger challenge, activated trigger victory effect on a card you control. This effect triggers once per turn. If he has a tempered weapon attached, he gets to trigger it twice per turn. Some of you may not know what temper is. It's a new mechanic in Set 7. When you temper a weapon, you put a temper counter on it. Any weapon can be tempered once. So you can sharpen your binoculars and hit somebody with them. What a temper counter does is it gives the weapon +1 attack to whatever is attached to it. And in addition, when you attach that weapon to something, you may spend the temper counter on it to reduce the attach cost by 1 of any color. So it's a double duty kind of a thing. And so Windhoof gets a bonus when he has a contender weapon attached and that weapon is tempered. In addition, he works with arrow cards because the Bow of 1,000 Truths was originally his 100,000 years ago, and Avenging Guy has it now in the present. Alright, so let's do the spoiler card, and then I will talk about some of the other cards that go along with it. And This is my spoiler card. It is Windhoof Relentless Breakout. It is a green-white dual color unrivaled card. It's a 2/4 alpha. And it says opponent's cards and effects that target this card and cards attached to it cost 1 more. So you want to hit him with a Deliverance, it's going to cost you 4 instead of 3. If you want to Magnate's Plan a weapon that he has attached to him, that's going to cost you 1 extra too. In addition, this card can attach 1 additional weapon, so he can dual wield weapons, which is pretty cool because most Clash cards are restricted to 1. And he has Trigger Victory. Choose 1. You could temper a weapon attached to a Windhoof card, or attach target weapon you control to this card. So, tempering a weapon attached to a Windhoof card means that it works on any weapon attached to Windhoof's contender. Any other Windhoof Clash card that's in play that has a weapon attached to it, you could temper that. Or a weapon attached to him, you can temper that. And again, that gives +1 attack on it, so that immediately, gives him another 1. Let's say you put a Clarity's 1911 on him. He's a 3/5. He hits, kills something, and lives. Now he's a 4/5 because he could temper the 1911. Excuse me. And while this card has a tempered weapon attached, it gets super speed. So this is a very powerful card. It's an unrivaled, so there's only 1 in your deck, and you can't have any other unrivaled cards. But this is definitely worth that slot, I think. It has a lot of really cool applications. It's a support card, it's a beater card. Like, it does a lot of work in decks in general. So in set 7, there's 2 characters or 2 colors that kind of care about temper. One of them is Windhoof in white. The other one is, I think this is it. The other one is Fangin in green, who is also a destroyer. So Fangin wants to hit himself. So when he hits, he has Trigger Challenge, so when he attacks an enemy contender and deals damage to them, he tempers a weapon that he controls. Dragon cards that you control get Trigger Victory. You may ready the contender. This effect triggers once per turn. So right off the bat, you can attack with him, temper a weapon, attack with a dragon, kill something, ready him, attack again, temper another weapon. So he also cares a lot about temper, which is really cool. And so some of the Clash cards that we've seen spoiled already work for both him or Fangin. Like Fangin Locked into Battle, who's a 4-cost green, gets +1 for each temper counter on a weapon you control. So that includes contender weapons, regular weapons. He cares about that, and he also helps Windhoof. And then when you control 2 or more tempered weapons, this gets Breakthrough. So again, if he had a tempered weapon on, even if it's a +1/+1, it's tempered. Now he's a 5/4 with Breakthrough, and even more than that because he would get another +1. So it'd be a 6/4 with Breakthrough, which is pretty cool. And you could play him in either deck. They both care. Let's see, was there for the Unrivaled card? Weapons are important, and we've seen this one spoiled already, which is Lunar Blade, a 2-cost exclusive weapon that attaches to anything from Eldralore, which is Windhoof and Master Z, I think, is Eldralore. And it's 3 white, reduced by 2 white if you resolve the Trigger Victory this turn. So again, cares about Trigger Victories. And Temper makes it easier to get Trigger Victories because your attack is increased. It gives +3/+0, which is huge on a weapon. So the Unrivaled Windhoof starts out at a 5/4 when he has this on him. And while this is attached, quick actions you play cost 1 white less, which is also really cool. There's some other contenders and stuff that will and do care about actions, so playing this in one of those is awesome. And Oh yeah. So for instance, I think I have this one. So this quick action, 2 cost. This costs 1 less to play if you engage an attached contender weapon you control. So say you have Windhoof and he has a weapon attached, and then you go to play this. Now it only costs 1, and if Lunar Blade was attached to one of his other cards, hey look, it's free. You get a free Aim of the Sliff, deal 2 damage to target attacking Clash card. Yeah, Cobalt. Solarial definitely cares about actions quite a lot, and she's also in white, so Lunar Blade makes sense to have on hers. I think she might actually even be from Eldralore too. Let me check that out real quick. You seen? I don't think I have the image for that or for any of those right now. All right, so let me bring this card back up. So yeah, I can't wait to see this in foil. I think it's gonna look amazing in foil, like a lot of the new foils do. They seem to get better every set. But yeah, there's a lot of synergy in white and green between tempered weapons, and yeah, so you could even potentially play this in a Fangin deck too, as your unrivaled card, because again, it helps you get tempered weapons, which then helps Fangin do what he's trying to do. So anyway, I hope everyone likes this spoiler. Again, I have another one on January. It's 27th. I'm looking at my email right now. January 27th. And I think that's pretty close to the end of the preview period, because the set releases February 23rd. So there'll be a couple more weeks of spoilers after that, it looks like, before the full set spoiler. And of course, those will all be up on Deck Planet in order to like build decks and look at the set. Probably about a week or so before the set releases. So that'll be exciting. And yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of really cool stuff this year with Alpha Clash. I hope everybody's enjoying it. There's been a lot of work on making the cards read better to make the game more understandable and make things make more sense. So I hope that shows in the cards that everybody's seen, and I'm excited to see what everybody does with the new contenders, especially Entropy. I think he's wild, and there's going to be a lot of really cool stuff that people put out for that. So I want to thank everyone for coming by and checking out my spoiler. Yeah, I really appreciate it, and I appreciate Rich and Garrett for giving me the spoilers in the first place. That's always fun. It's fun to have multiple spoilers, and fun to have such an important spoiler in the set. So I want to thank everybody for hanging out, and we'll see you next time.